I think I look up to Steve a lot because not only did he accomplish a lot in sport, but he's just so well respected in the athletic community, not only in Canada, but in the United States as well.
It's been really, really fun to see someone who's been so successful in sport, but then also be so successful post-sport and create this awesome organization.
Steve's just, as Canadians say, an absolute beauty, a legend.
For me, I remember waking up a day and a half, 2 days after I won the Olympics, and literally it felt like I wasn't thirsty anymore. That was I had that feeling, had that aura to me. I wasn't thirsty. It was as if I had been thirsty my whole life and I wasn't thirsty anymore. That was, in essence, that thing being exhumed from my existence. And just like anything else, it's a loss. We cope with the loss of the sport. We cope with the loss of winning or losing, and our teams and our friends and the support system and all the things that are around us. But what no one has helped athletes to understand is there's this thing with you, and that was the thing was with you the whole time. Whether you won or lost was one day. Whether training, that's a few hours a day. But this thing that drives every single motion that you take for decades just is gone. And I think that's the thing that to me, I think that becomes one of the biggest reasons why athletes struggle afterwards, whether they hit depression or not, but they struggle afterwards. It's the loss of that thing. I was fortunate, I found it in Classroom Champions. It was the thing that got me up, that kept me going.
He has a considerable work ethic, as you might expect. He knows how to work through struggle to figure out a way forward. He's a huge problem solver. This man, worked through considerable injuries to get to where he was, sort of at the top of the game in bobsled. And he still can figure out how to do that. He did this fitness challenge for a month where he had to do this atrocious workout, and his feet were all broken up, his knees were messed up, and he still warm up for an hour and a half before doing the actual workout that took half an hour. And so he has a way of figuring out how to get it done. And I think that's kind of the biggest piece of what he brought from being an athlete, is to figure out how to solve problems, do the work, get it done. He had, in his last Olympic year, he had sort of taken on a few classrooms himself. It didn't have a name, it didn't have an intention except to sort of bring the Olympics, the Olympic ideals, the athlete mindset to kids. And he loved working with kids. He was intending to be a teacher, and so he just did it himself. And after that was over, he and his sister were like, I think there might be something to this. And other people were like, I think there might be something to this.
That will change your life forever. I challenge you to look at what you're doing in your life.
I want to do, Alex will start this off, but then I'm stoked to you guys can just pass this around, okay? But realize this thing has been through tens of thousands of kids' hands at this point. Nobody's dropped it, so don't be that kid. Cool? Favorite topics or units or subjects? And just throw me hands and you guys just give me the
Thinking
topic.
back to when I was a kid, I think that learning how to control and learning how to embrace my emotions in different ways, and understanding that all emotions are normal, and learning how to deal with them and work through them and having that support. I think knowing what I know now, I think that would be really helpful as a kid.
Kids are learning through 3 different ways. They're being taught something, teacher at the board, or somebody teaching something. They're being taught through experience. So they're doing, schools these days, a lot of activity-based, experiential-based things. They're learning by doing, or they learn through role modeling. So at Classroom Champions, we aim to put great role models, not gray-haired has-beens like me in front of kids, but people who are in the process of their excellence, in the middle of their excellence, who are training for the next Olympics, who are in the NFL today, the NHL today, and the NCAA level today, so that kids can see these things and see the struggle in real life, in real time. Paralympians who are grinding away for the next Paralympics. And if you can do that, then you cover the role modeling area, and then you actually have these people unlock the black box. I think all kids deserve to have people around them that are teaching them the skills that help you be successful in life.
To learn more about Steve Mesler's journey, visit the50athletes.com.